Live from the Rivers Street Ale House. Welcome to Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge on the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield. Coming up, 60 minutes of Mountaineer football conversation and your chance to hear from head coach Shawn Clark. Mountaineer Talk is brought to you by the Allen Tate Companies. Allen Tate is your real estate home team and the official realtor of App State Athletics. When you're ready to buy or sell a home in the high country or anywhere in the Carolinas, give Allen Tate a call. Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, the official soft drink of your App State Mountaineers. And by UNC Health Blue Ridge, moving healthcare forward. Now, to get things underway, here's the voice of the Mountaineers, Adam Witten.
Snap back, ball down. Hughes gets this one in the air. It is good! It's good! It's good! Michael Hughes from 54 yards away. App State wins it in Monroe. Sprint on out of here, back to Boone. They escape in every sense of the word. Escape with a 41-40 win over ULM. Had him the whole way, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. That was easy. We're looking for TV ratings, and then also have a deal with a blood pressure company to make sure you have plenty of medicine for your heart.
Yeah, I got to read you this text that kind of summarizes what the month of September is, not just this year, but going back to last year as well, where it says, sorry, we've denied your health coverage based on a pre-existing condition, which is App State football in September.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, welcome to Mountaineer Talk, everybody. Glad you're here with us at River Street Ale House. App State goes to 1-0 in Sun Belt play in dramatic fashion, a 41-40 win over ULM. And now on Tuesday, a week from tonight, we'll be back here at the Rock for a showdown with Coastal Carolina. Shawn Clark is here. We'll talk to him for the first 30 minutes of the program. And then later on, it's wide receivers night. We'll visit with wide receivers coach Lawrence Dawsey. And Christian Horn, captain from that wide receiver group, will join us a little bit later on in the program. If you want to be a part of our show, you can do so in a variety of ways. On Twitter, use the hashtag Mountaineer Talk. Email is mountaineertalk@gmail.com. Text line 828-295-2063. You can leave a comment in our Facebook live stream that is available now, or you can ask us a question here during the breaks if you want to ask a question to Coach Clark or myself to have on during the show tonight. How are you, man? Did you get much sleep after that one?
We didn't sleep on the plane. We got back a little earlier than Wyoming. I got back to my house about 6:35, 6:40 on Sunday morning and got a little nap. And we were back in the office at 11 o'clock. So I put that game to bed and really move on to Coastal Carolina.
So it was good to get the win, for sure. 1-0 is 1-0, and you'll take them at this point any way you can get them when you're in conference play. But what were your overall thoughts on the game after you had a chance to really download it all?
We did a lot of good things, but the ones that really stand out is we had 4 turnovers on offense. So you can't have that, put your defense in a bad situation. And then I thought we ran the ball well. I think we ran for 200 yards to over 300, 500 yards total offense. And then on defense, if you take 10 plays away, that was 300-some yards of their total offense. So we have to eliminate the big plays. That's been our Achilles heel on defense, and then turnovers on offense. But the one thing I learned from our team is we have grit. And they're going to play for 60 minutes. So for 59 minutes and 56 seconds, that didn't look very good for the Mountaineers. But our kids continued to battle when all the chips were against us. And Michael Hughes hit a huge field goal. And I'm very proud for Michael Hughes because Michael Hughes, he's had some ups and downs, and he keeps coming back every single day to work. Last year he missed a big field goal at Georgia Southern, and he really took that to heart. And it hurt all of us. But to watch him bounce back and to be the kid he is, the football player he is, I'm just so proud for him, so proud for our football team.
There were so many times in that fourth quarter where you could have just thrown in the towel. I mean, there was a late turnover on a fumble, a sack fumble in the fourth quarter. There was Joey getting stopped a yard short of the line to gain on a fourth down scramble. And then, 10-second runoff on the last drive, 3rd and 11 with less than 30 seconds left inside your own 20 and no timeouts. The resiliency, we use that word a lot around here. I can't think of a better example of this program, this team showing resiliency than that moment in that fourth quarter.
It was, and you looked in that game, there were so many big plays, but the plays that really stand out to me were the blocked extra point by Jordan Favors.
Yep.
The break up, the 2-point conversion by Jordan Favors. The sack was 4th down and 2 at the 4th and 1 at the 1 yard line there.
The goal line stand.
And we go all out blitz. We're not even covering the receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have just lobbed it up, it would have been over. But we had no choice. We had to get to the quarterback as fast as we could. So our defense really stood up there, and then be able to take the 2-minute drive down the field with all the adversity, a 10-second runoff, 3 pass plays, you're in field goal range, and then to watch Michael kick it through. And then you go back to last week when we had the same situation, and we have a blocked field goal there again in Wyoming.
Yeah.
And then we come up having the same situation. Our guys execute. We block well up front. Great snap, great hold, and Michael Hughes kicked it through the uprights.
It was so interesting to draw the parallels from the situation where less than a minute left, no timeouts, needing a field goal or a touchdown to win the game. Wyoming the previous week, no timeouts, a little more than a minute left, needing a field goal or a touchdown at the end. It seemed like the team, hey, we learned from that experience in Wyoming. What did you learn, and what were some of the subtle differences that maybe we didn't notice in terms of engineering the drive at ULM versus the one at Wyoming?
Well, probably the biggest thing, we had timeouts to give us a chance to win the football game.
When you're on defense,
When you're on defense.
Yeah.
We were able to be smart with their timeouts, use them properly, get the ball back for the offense. But, really it was just about Joey getting another chance at that 2-minute drive. And we can practice all week. We practice every Tuesday and Wednesday, those same scenarios, but really to get him to get back, be successful. And he hit the right routes. Our receivers ran the right routes. We got out of bounds.
Yep.
And then, again, to me, that's just a sign of how we're maturing as a football team. And, we have 36 new guys on our team from last year that weren't here last year. Mm-hmm. And we're to see how we do things, what kind of culture we have. And everybody's bought into it. And we're a dangerous football team. And I can't wait to get started here at Coastal on Tuesday.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the Chanticleers in the third segment of our show. That's a week from tonight. One more question for this one, and then we'll get to our first break and get to your questions in our second segment. But what did you notice about the way that guys were trying to pick each other up? Because it looked pretty grim, toward the end of that game. But, as you said, it's different from what we're seeing up in the booth or watching on TV or in the stands to what's happening on that sideline. But from getting down 14-0 in the beginning to the turnovers to everything that was happening throughout that game that could have led to a defeat, what were you noticing about the way that guys were trying to keep each other's spirits uplifted?
I think it would be great for every fan to be on that sideline in those situations because we're a very connected football team. And myself and Nolan Jones and Lance Ware, we kind of see the big picture, and we're on the sidelines. Our players, the defense is behind the offense is behind the defense, special teams is all right there. They're pulling for one another, and it's just a different feel we have right now. And that's what probably the most rewarding thing is, man, we're all fighting for the same goal.
Yeah.
And it's truly an app family. People talk about it, we live it, and there's no question about it.
All right, so the Mountaineers are 1-0 in conference play. They will have the weekend off. It's a small bye week going into Tuesday's game. The team has had a little bit of time off, but a week from tonight, we'll be having another big one at home against Coastal Carolina, big showdown in the East Division. All right, when we come back, we'll get to your questions for the coach. His comments tonight, powered by Blue Ridge Energy, powering a brighter future. Stay tuned. We'll return to River Street Ale House for more of Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge, right after these messages.
Takes the strongest wireless service in the area. With Carolina West Wireless, Mountaineers get the most reliable coverage on campus and across the country with our high-speed nationwide network. We have all the latest devices you want, including Apple and Samsung. We're so confident in the experience you'll have with us, we're offering a 30-day risk-free trial. Carolina West Wireless is proud to be the official wireless provider of the Mountaineers. Go stay connected. Certain restrictions or conditions may apply. See store for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions.
App State football fans know it takes a team effort to deliver winning results on the field and off. At Blue Ridge Energy, our team works around the clock to deliver power to our members when and where you need it. From the professionals behind the scenes to the linemen who weather the storms, our team is charged up and ready to meet the needs of our members. Because at Blue Ridge Energy, we're proud to be a part of the high country community and proud to carry on the tradition of partnering with App State. Go Mountaineers!
The Mountaineers live here.
That's an App State touchdown!
This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
App State's top-ranked online MBA is designed for you. It's a flexible, accredited, part-time program that works with your busy schedule and allows you to earn your MBA in 2 years. Learn online from the same faculty who teach on campus with the unmatched personalized interaction and support we're known for at Appalachian. Your App State MBA is within reach, wherever you are in life. Take the next step. Apply today for spring, summer, or fall admission at appstate.edu.
Tired of sitting on the sidelines because of nagging shoulder, hip, knee, or back pain? Let App Ortho get you back in the game. Offering advanced treatments for shoulder, hip, knee, and back pain, App Ortho offers same-day appointments and telehealth visits. App Ortho is also the official sports medicine and orthopedic provider for App State Athletics. Stop sitting on the sidelines and call App Ortho today. 828-386-2663 or visit apprhs.org.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Now back to Rivers Street Ale House and the voice of the Mountaineers, Adam Witten.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are with you here at River Street Ale House until 8 o'clock for Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Shawn Clark is with us for another segment. He'll have 2 more segments with us. We'll talk about Coastal Carolina, the game next Tuesday, in just a little bit. His comments tonight brought to you by Blue Ridge Energy, powering a brighter future. All right, let's get to some of your questions for the coach. Let's start with those watching us on our Facebook live stream. First one is from Trevor. Coach, who are some of your mentors you reach out to for advice?
Probably first and foremost, my mom and dad. You know, my dad, he's always been a big influence in my life and really showed me how to work ethic. And he always said, don't think less of yourself, but think of yourself less. And it's about putting people before you and doing all the right things. And without question, Coach Moore, what a role model he is for not myself, for everybody that came through this program, this town. Stacy Searles, who was my offensive line coach. A guy named Danny Hope. Danny was, I was a graduate assistant for him. He hired me to Eastern Kentucky. I always know how to play the game, but I didn't really know how to coach the game. And he really taught me how to, really treat players the right way. And if you treat players the right way, and they know you care for them, they'll run through a wall for you.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for the question. Let's see. JD, how does the team eliminate those big plays?
Well, we have to do a better job of fitting our gaps, and we have to do a better job of tackling. And they had a great game plan for us. And, we're in certain coverages. We ran these one coverage 3 times. They had the perfect play called. So, they got us on that. But again, we have to tackle better, get to the quarterback, and do better in the back end.
All right. Well, a few different questions coming in related to the defense. So I'll maybe just ask you one catch-all question, which is, what are the biggest points of emphasis you're taking away from the ULM game in terms of addressing on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, first and foremost, I love our defense.
Yeah.
They're playing. Again, we've given up some yards, some points, but those guys in there are scratching and clawing and fighting everything they got for us. But we have to do it again. It's always about fitting your gap, tackling, rounding the football, and then we all stay on top. One time we had a busted coverage in the end, and they scored a touchdown. But again, I think this defense week in and week out is getting better and better. And it's right when we get in the heart of conference play. So I expect a big things from our defense here in the next few weeks.
All right, question on Twitter, #Mountaineer Talk. Question about, is there a QB competition in practice if Ryan has been back to throwing? So maybe a question about how his progress is and how might that fit into whatever the quarterback situation might be.
We haven't thought about it much because Ryan's not back. He's still in he's on a pitch count right now. He did throw some last week. He threw some today. Tomorrow's going to be a day off for him to get his fingers some rest, and we expect to get him back on Thursday and Friday for practice. So again, Ryan's a great quarterback. He's going to be a big part of our offense this season, but until he's able to go, it's kind of hard to see where he fits in right now. But again, once he gets back, we'll have 2 great quarterbacks in our offense.
Okay, another question from Twitter, #Mountaineer Talk. Are we healthy heading into the Coastal game?
We're like everyone else in college football. Everyone's banged up. We have some guys, one guy out for the season, or two guys out for the season. Anderson Castle is getting back. He was jogging this afternoon. It possibly could be Coastal Carolina, if not Old Dominion. But it's just the bangs and bruises. And I think our Dr. Parker and Taylor Young, our athletic trainer, do a great job. Our players in there are getting, we call it prehab, to go in there early, get in the cold tubs, get the everything hooked up to you, get your legs back to being as fresh as you possibly can. But we're right in the heart of this. Everyone's banged up, everyone's sore. Now we just go out and compete and do a great job, have a chance to win the game.
All right, this question comes from Instagram from Jason. Which is harder to play in, 110,000 away fans booing you, or when you have a smaller crowd on the road?
Easier or harder?
Which is harder to play in?
Oh, the 3,000 fans.
Yeah.
So 110,000 is awesome
because the energy's there.
The energy's there, but you have to bring your own energy. And I thought we did a good job with that last week. It wasn't a large crowd. Now we get a chance to come back to the best fans in college football here at the Rock on Tuesday night, and we'll feed off that energy. But we had to be able to manufacture our own energy last week, and I thought we did that for the most part.
Yeah, a couple of folks have asked a couple different versions of this question on Facebook, which is, what do you say to an opposing coach and the conversation with Terry Bowden after the game against ULM when you win a game in that fashion?
Call you later. Shook his hand, call you later, and I was celebrating. I don't care if it's Texas A&M or Monroe. When you win in college football, you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, man, you don't know the difference between winning and losing. So Shawn Clark celebrates. I don't give a shit what the score is. Take that for it.
All right, well, we're on the internet partially, so okay.
You're getting the true version of Shawn Clark. That's what it is.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna get a true version of something here later, I think. All right, let's close out with this question that hopefully won't lead to anything like that. This is from our buddy Warren, who lives in enemy territory down in the Myrtle Beach area. But he wants to know, how do you prepare for this game against Coastal Carolina, since they'll be looking for their first conference win? They've gotten off to a tough start, but I can't imagine there's much you need to motivate for a game like this. But he's curious to hear your thoughts on that.
No, you look at the tape, and I had a chance to. I didn't know Coach Beck to the Sunbelt head coaches meeting down in Destin, Florida this spring. But they have a great football team, and they're changing how they run their offense. They're more of a triple option style with the previous coach there, and Coach Beck's coming in. He's throwing the ball. Coach Travis Trickus, their offensive coordinator, we know him very well. But they have a quarterback, Grayson McCall, who's as good as anybody in the country. They got two great receivers. They have an unbelievable running back. So we're just in the early stages right now of 2 days of game planning. And again, the game plan's coming along. We'll have that finalized by Monday. So again, we have to do our job. Again, our fans got to do their job also. Can't wait to get up here at the Rock on Tuesday.
It's going to be a great atmosphere again, as it was 2 years ago when we played Coastal at home in a midweek game in 2021. All right, Alan Tate is the #1 real estate company in the Carolinas, the official realtor of App State Athletics. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home in the high country or anywhere in the Carolinas, give Alan Tate a call. Stay tuned. We've got more with head coach Shawn Clark from River Street Ale House as we continue on with Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge after these messages.
Game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you
of a few helpful tips when heading out to your cookout this season. Remember that it's okay to bring your own sauces. Always expect the grill master to provide meat, but bring your own sides and beverages. And last but not least, do not touch the grill. For more grilling tips and to learn more about Appalachian Energy and G&B Energy Tailgater of the Year contest, visit us at gbenergy.com.
Tuned into Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Now, time to hear more from head coach Shawn Clark and your host, Adam Witten.
All right, welcome back to the show as we are with you until 8 o'clock for Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Adam Witten, Shawn Clark with you. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll talk to wide receivers coach Lawrence Dawsey and captain Christian Horn from that wide receiver group. He had 2 touchdowns in the win on Saturday against ULM. Coach Clark's comments tonight brought to you by Blue Ridge Energy, powering a brighter future. All right, before we get into our conversation about Coastal Carolina, you know what time it is, don't you?
It's beef time.
It's time for beef. Let's go. Goddard Family Farms beef is the official beef of App State football. You know that by now. They feature a premium farm-to-table product sustainably grown in the heart of the mountains, shipped directly to your door. That is shipped directly to your door. You and your tailgate can now have the beef that fuels the black and gold on game day. Visit GoddardFamilyFarms.com for all the details on how to hashtag eat like a Mountaineer. I bet you ate like a Mountaineer after that victory, didn't you?
We did, man. I tell you, it's, again, you have Mountaineer meat with Derek Goddard or chicken? What do you want to do?
I'm going beef, man. I'm
Rib
going
eyes.
beef, absolutely. That should be a tradition after, not just after wins, but after every game. You just got to fuel up with that beef.
We'll get Derek someone up there to us.
I think the offensive line deserves some beef after that one, right?
We all do.
We ran the ball well. Offense moved the ball well. I mean, the turnovers stand out from that game, but overall, the offense continues to move the ball, converting third downs, getting first downs, better in the red zone in this one. I mean, really, it was the turnovers, though.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is the turnover. We have to eliminate the turnovers. And, if we had 546 yards of offense, we don't have turnovers. We're probably pushing close to 700.
Yeah, yeah, correct. All right, let's get into Coastal Carolina. So, Coach Beck, new coach for them. Jamie Chadwell is off to Liberty now, but they still have a lot of pieces from the previous year on both sides of the ball. The one that stands out, certainly Grayson McCall, multi-time Sun Belt Player of the Year. Now, he's thrown more interceptions than really he has in his entire career, and that offense is – they're putting up points, but they're having trouble not giving the ball away. The running game hasn't really been there as much as they would like it to be. So what really stands out, though, in terms of what still makes them dangerous as a team?
Well, Grayson McCall, number one, he is probably one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in our conference, and that's been the last couple of years. And whenever he has the ball in his hands, he has a chance to change the game. And they have a solid offensive line. They have Pinckney, a transfer from Georgia State, number 14. He's a redshirt freshman. He is dynamic. He's a track guy who can really run. And their offensive line is playing solid right now. And on defense, I look at the same thing. They have some returning starters back. They went to the transfer portal and got some guys, and they're playing some similar stuff that we've seen in the past. So, again, it's a great football team. They've had 2 tough losses, Georgia State and Georgia Southern. But, again, they could be anybody, anytime. So we have to do our best job preparing this week and really be intentional in our focus. Yeah. That's what the whole thing about this week is being intentional, because we saw last week every play matters. There's not you can't say a play doesn't matter, and that was evident last week. So our focus has to be on point this week as we go forward.
We've certainly seen our share of thrilling games against Coastal Carolina. This will be the 4th time that you faced them in your career as the head coach. Ultimately, what do these games, these matchups against the Chanticleers come down to?
No, it's going to turnovers. That's what it's all about. We have to be able to sustain some drives. And, in the years past, they were running almost a triple option offense. So every drive we had on offense, we had to score points because they were going to score points and eat the clock up. So it's a different offense, but really the goal doesn't change. Just go out there and score touchdowns in the red zone and get a few takeaways on defense.
Is it more of a air raid type of look? I know they still have some of that spread option principle because they have the personnel and they do it so well, but how would you describe their offensive scheme right now?
No, they're a pro-style offense that does, they'll sprinkle in some option stuff in there, but that's not who they really are. But they have the personnel to do that. But they're going to run the inside and outside zone, a little counter play, and chuck it down the field. And he has a big-time arm, and he has 2 quality receivers that can play anywhere.
Yeah. All right, so what's the game plan now over the next 7 days to get ready for, I guess now it kind of, you treat this like a Saturday, right? Today, this day that we're talking about right now, you treat this like a Saturday. What do the next 7 days look like?
Well, today, it was great because my daughter had a volleyball match, and myself and Coach Watts and Coach Haynes and Coach Kearns was there. All of our daughters were playing, so we could be a dad for once and watch our kids play. But tomorrow will be an extra practice for us. That'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday practice. Then Thursday, we'll give them off on Thursday and bring them back Friday. Friday will be a Tuesday. Saturday will be a Wednesday, Sunday will be a Thursday, and Monday's a Friday, and then Tuesday, Saturday. So, again, but the 2 days we're off were good for us, but we needed it on the back end also because we haven't had a bye week since I've been the head football coach here. So, and that's important to make a run at the Sun Belt Championship.
A bye week is 14 days in between games.
Correct.
Just so we're clear, that this is not. It's a few days off, but it's not really a bye week. How intense are you as a sports dad?
I try to stay quiet. I think it's because I don't want to bring attention to anyone else. But myself and Coach Watts, we're sitting on one side, Coach Kearns and Coach Haynes sitting on the other side. So it's a great little matchup, man. We've got 4 beautiful girls, and they're going to compete and having fun, and that's what it's all about. And Watauga County is a great volleyball program here, and the middle schools are doing well. So, again, it was awesome to experience that as a dad, again, to watch them play, and so that's been a lot of fun.
All right, well, glad you got to do that today. Thanks for making time to come by here and enjoy this great setting here with all of our fans here at River Street Ale House tonight.
Appreciate it.
Go get them. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, bud.
All right, remember, no show next week because we've got the game, so we'll be back here with a show 2 weeks from tonight. That's Shawn Clark, everybody. All right, when we come back, we'll shift gears, talk to some wide receivers. Our wide receivers coach, Lawrence Dawsey, and Christian Horn still to come from River Street Ale House as we continue with Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge, right after this.
A team effort to deliver winning results on the field and off. At Blue Ridge Energy, our team works around the clock to deliver power to our members when and where you need it. From the professionals behind the scenes to the linemen who weather the storms, our team
where you want, when you want, and how you want. Get started at moderntoyotaofboone.com. Proud supporter of App State Athletics.
Coverage of Mountaineer football continues after these local messages. This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
What does it mean to be first for teaching? First, we listen. First, we engage. First, we recognize potential. You have what it takes: the drive, the smarts, and the heart to be the kind of educator who changes and inspires lives. 2 million kids are waiting for you, but first, your journey starts right here. Be first. Be an App State teacher. Learn more at firstteach.appstate.edu.
Serving the high country for over 40 years, Blue Ridge Realty and Investments is the #1 independent firm in the region. Blue Ridge Realty delivers exceptional results, handling a full range of real estate services, including sales, rentals, management, and development. Selling or buying? Put our trusted team to work for you. Reach us at 877-962-1986 and at BlueRidgeRealty.net. Blue Ridge Realty and Investments is a proud partner of App State Athletics.
Welcome back to the show. We are with you until 8 o'clock tonight for Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. We are live this evening at River Street Ale House. All right, our guest now is our wide receivers coach. He is Lawrence Dawsey. Let's give it up for him. In his second season, how are you, sir?
I'm great, great.
How did you experience last Saturday from your position?
Oh, it was a whirlwind. You know, we were just thankful to come out with a victory. The guys stayed focused the whole game. We kept shooting ourselves in the foot, but we just kept telling them to believe. And like Coach Clark said earlier, every Tuesdays and Wednesdays we are practicing the 2-minute situations, and they went out and executed it, and we was able to come out with a victory.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the wide receivers and how they were able to execute what they had to on that last drive. All those sideline routes, making sure you got to remember so many things on that last drive,
yes.
right?
You know, in a 2-minute situation, you want to be able to move the ball as well as stop the clock and get out of bounds if you have a chance. So, you know, Joey and Caden was kind of on the same page on that last drive of understanding what we need to get it accomplished. You know, they went out and executed back-to-back catches and gave us the opportunity to make the field goal.
How are you handling all these close finishes this year? Last year was your first year, and people probably say, you know, these games aren't always like this. Well, maybe they are. I don't know.
I'm getting a lot of gray hair now. You know, before I got here, I ain't have much gray hair. Now I got a lot of gray hair on my head with these close finishes.
Yeah. What was the plane like? What was the plane right back? It was late, so it's not quite rowdy because people are tired. What was it like on the way back?
It was a much better mindset and feeling coming back with a victory instead of the loss that we did against Wyoming. So I didn't sleep both nights, but this time you don't mind not sleeping because you got a good feeling in your stomach for having won a game like that.
It's an interesting difference between what we were talking about with wide receivers last year and what and this year, because last year the question was you got all these young guys that haven't been in significant roles with all those super seniors from 2021, and now you've got a lot of experience, a lot of talent. Tell us about coaching this group this season.
It's been a pleasure to work with these guys because they come to work every day. They got a mindset of wanting to come out and achieve certain things. And to be able to go and work with these guys, I got really 7 guys that I'm playing a lot right now, and they all are unselfish and they just want to come and work and they pulling for each other. And I think that's what make the app such a great place because it's a family atmosphere in that room, and being with these guys and watching them develop and reach certain goals and having a game like that, they had a chance to go out and perform and be a big part of it. It was a great feeling.
Yeah, one of the guys we're going to visit with, Christan, who was named a captain this year. Tell us about his growth, his development to becoming more of a leader of this team.
Christan is a very special young man. He's since I got him last year, he's been a leader. And now what I seen, the rest of the team had a chance to see, because I seen him in the wide receiver room all the time being a leader, and he showed that to the other guys. And he's not only talking it, he's walking it. And so when you got a guy that can do both, it only brightens, make the light shine bright on him.
Yeah. One of the unique things about this team statistically, and we're going to have a trivia question related to this for the audience in just a little bit, but the ball has been spread around so much. I mean, every game we're seeing Joey complete to 7, 8, 9, 10 different guys, different in the end zone or not. How does that help an offense overall and a quarterback to know that there's so many guys that are capable of making a big play on this team?
That's the great thing about this team. You know, when I came in my mindset, that's what I wanted to be able to wide receiver room to be. I ain't wanted to be just 1 or 2 guys. I wanted to be the whole unit, being able to contribute. Because you never know when somebody's going to get hurt and who's going to be able to step in. So my mindset is to train as many as you can and give them opportunities. You got certain guys that's going to start, but you try to play the other guys just to have them ready just in case to get the experience or something happen.
Yeah.
So and being able to spread the ball right. Shawn had his day. Caden had his day. Horn had a day. So you just got guys keep stepping out. Milan Tugger came in and had his day. So you got a lot of different guys that's touching the ball, which is good because it make it hard for the defense to just say, okay, we got the key on this particular guy. You just got different weapons, and if they continue to do that, I think we're going to have a great season.
I would imagine, though, the mindset that you want to have in a wide receiver is you want the ball every time.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt. I'm a former wide receiver.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the mentality you had when you were tearing things up at Florida State.
They didn't have that mentality. I don't want them on my team.
So how is that as a coach to know that you've got to try to fight through something like that?
That's the thing I'm saying. They police it themselves because they understand what we're trying to get accomplished out there. Everybody being involved and getting opportunities. What they got to understand, and what I try to tell them is, I don't know how many opportunities you're going to get, But how many you get, you better take advantage of every one you get, because you never know when the next one's going to come. So be ready and don't blow the ones you get.
Yeah, always stay focused.
Yes.
Don't worry about what pass didn't come your way.
Exactly.
Worry about the next one that's
Exactly.
coming.
Control what you can control.
Fair enough. Okay, that's Lawrence Dawsey. We're going to have one more segment with him in just a moment. First, we remind you that fans of App State have a definitive beverage of choice while cheering on the Mountaineers. That, of course, is Mountain Brew, an American ale, a collaboration between R&D Brewing out of Raleigh and App State. You can find Mountain Brew in major retailers in the High Country as well as Kid Brewer Stadium this fall. To find out more about Mountain Brew and R&D Brewing, or to see where it's available for purchase, please visit rndbrewing.com. More from River Street Ale House and Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge, right after this.
In the area. With Carolina West Wireless, Mountaineers get the most reliable coverage on campus and across the country with our high-speed nationwide network. We have all the latest devices you want, including Apple and Samsung. We're so confident in the experience you'll have with us, we're offering a 30-day risk-free trial. Carolina West Wireless is proud to be the official wireless provider of the Mountaineers. Go stay connected. Certain restrictions or conditions may apply. See store for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions.
Welcome to Questions and Answers. I'm your host, Dr. Noah Tall.
Dr. Tall, what was the best-selling candy of 1983?
My buddy and I are thinking about hiking the Appalachian Trail. What kind of gear do we need?
Let me send you to Mass General Store.
From favorite candies and gifts for all occasions to nights on the trail, the Mass Store has the answers to your questions. Visit the Mass Store in Valley Cruces, downtown Boone, or online at massstore.com.
The Mountaineers live here.
That's an App State touchdown!
This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
From the Blue Ridge Parkway to Mountaineer Game Day at Boone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we are Jeep Country USA. Stop in today and test drive a great selection of new Jeeps like Grand Cherokee, Wrangler, Gladiator, and Grand Wagoneer. Whether you're tackling adventure or going out on the town, find your new Jeep today at Boone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, a proud partner of App State Athletics. See our full inventory at 828jeep.com. We are Jeep Country USA.
Hey, this is Dr. Peter Lipscomb with Greystone Eye. For over 50 years, Greystone's mission has been to preserve the gift of sight and improve lives, one patient at a time. Our highly trained team of 13 ophthalmologists, including 7 fellowship-trained subspecialists, provides our Hickory, Lincoln, Lenoir, and Boone communities with the highest quality eye care possible. So no matter where or how you're viewing the game, Greystone Eye has you covered. Schedule your next visit with us at 828-322-2050 or at greystone-eye.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are live at River Street Ale House here in Boone for Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. We're visiting with wide receivers coach Lawrence Dawsey. We're going to get a few more questions in for him in just a moment. But first, Mountaineers, make sure you check out App State's online MBA, which allows you to earn our nationally recognized MBA from wherever you are. Check it out online, mba.appstate.edu. All right, a couple questions online for Coach Dawsey. This one's from David. Coach, who in the coaching ranks do you talk to about techniques and philosophy?
My college coach, Dr. John Eason.
Okay.
You know, that coached me at Florida State, and got it at GA for when I was at LSU. This used to be here as well. Stan Hickson.
Okay.
You know, them guys are the ones that I talk to.
Your mentors, yeah.
Yes.
Kind of a similar question we had for Coach Clark, which is who are the people you reach out to for advice around the coaching world. All right, so you've certainly been a part of some dramatic games on both sides, wins and losses over your 1.5 seasons here in Boone. As a player, what was the most memorable or crazy finish that you can recall? Maybe that you were on the winning side of.
I ain't really been on the winning side. Well, I can go back to high school and talk
okay,
about
sure,
that
let's
one,
hear it.
But not college. I was on the bad side of that one. So
okay. We won't make you tell that one.
But high school, my senior year, we was went into the fourth quarter down 10-28. And we came back and won the game 31-28.
In the fourth quarter?
In the fourth quarter. We scored that many points in the fourth quarter, which was unreal.
How many touchdowns did you score in the fourth quarter?
One.
One? You got one.
I got one. And we went on to win the state championship because that was in the playoffs. So that was the team. So that was in the playoffs, the second round of the playoffs.
I love that. I won't make you ask about anything from the pros. Anything that stands out from when you were in the pros with you were with Tampa, you were with the Giants, the Dolphins, the Saints.
The Tampa, it would probably be my first victory when I was with the Buccaneers. And me coming from Florida State, not used to losing, and Tampa was an organization that was struggling at the time, and I was so embarrassed to go out. We lost our first 6 games when I got to Tampa. So just to win that first game against the Philadelphia Eagles that was stacked with Reggie White, Jerome Brown, them different guys on that defense, for us to win that particular game. And that was my first, start too. It was like stands out to me. The most.
What do you? It's unique when somebody can have a position coach who has played the game at the highest level. How much do you talk to the guys in that room, in that wide receiver room, about doing the things that are necessary if they want to play football beyond college?
They got to be more than just a wide receiver. That's what I talk to them about. You got to be a football player. You got to be able to play on special teams. You got to cover kicks. You got to be able to block kicks. You got to do more than just catch a football, because there's a lot of guys out there want to be NFL players. And if you're doing just one thing and not making yourself more valuable to the team and the organization, they can find that anywhere. So you got the more you can do to market yourself and be productive at doing other things like that, it's going to help you.
It's similar to college, right? When you first step on campus, you might be making your impact on special teams.
Exactly.
And if you can't do that, it's going to be hard to find a spot.
Hey, that's the name of the business. The numbers. It's a numbers game right now, and if you have aspirations of getting to the next level, you got to be able to do more than just be a guy that can catch a football.
Yeah, okay. That is Lawrence Dawsey, our wide receivers coach, joining us on the program tonight. Appreciate you being here, man.
Enjoyed it.
All right. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll talk to wide receiver Christan Horn from River Street Ale House as we continue with Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after this.
Timothy D. Wellborn are looking forward to a great Mountaineers football season. Coach Clark demands commitment and dedication from his players and staff, just as the law offices of Timothy D. Wellborn provide for our
Football from Learfield.
App State football fans know it takes a team effort to deliver winning results on the field and off. At Blue Ridge Energy, our team works around the clock to deliver power to our members when and where you need it. From the professionals behind the scenes to the linemen who weather the storms, our team is charged up and ready to meet the needs of our members. Because at Blue Ridge Energy, we're proud to be a part of the high country community and proud to carry on the tradition of partnering with App State. Go Mountaineers!
What makes a team legendary? Excellence you can count on, day in and day out. Grit, determination, giving it their all until the final whistle. That's what legends are made of. Like Ford F-Series, the best-selling truck for 46 years and counting. Check out the 2023 Ford F-150 truck at your Carolina Ford dealer and become a fan today. Based on 1977 through 2022 calendar year total sales.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk live from River Street Ale House. Our show presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. We're going to visit with wide receiver Christan Horn here in just a moment. This segment brought to you by Alumni Hall, the official online store of App State Athletics. Shop the latest and largest selection of App State apparel, hats, Yeti, and all your tailgating gear by visiting Alumni Hall on King Street. Or shop anytime, appstatesports.com or alumnihall.com. Make sure you find them on social or online and enter the Welcome Home sweepstakes for your chance to win 4 tickets to the homecoming game versus Southern Miss, 4 pregame sideline passes, a parking pass, autographed football from head coach Shawn Clark, and a $250 gift card to Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall is where App State fans shop. Let's give it up for our player guest tonight, Christan Horn. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Fantastic. This is just old hat for you guys, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're totally used to these kind of games.
Yeah, it's just normal now.
I mean, when you catch the Hail Mary in the Sun Belt opener last year, you say, okay, well, nothing's going to top the drama and thrill of something like that. But I'd love to hear, we've gotten Coach Clark's perspective, we got Coach Dawsey's perspective. I want to hear what it was like on that sideline as all of that was unfolding. I mean, how difficult was it to keep your belief that we can still win this game?
I mean, obviously it's very frustrating to even be in that situation, but we just relied on our defense and we just told them just give us a little time and then we'll be able to do what we got to do to take care of the win.
Yeah, even as you got to those, I mean, you're out there, it's 3rd and 11 inside your own 20, no timeouts, 10-second runoff just happened, less than 30 seconds. Tell us about the mentality in a situation like that.
Well, we practice that every day, the 2-minute situation, so we just came in ready to go because we already knew what we had to do. So,
yeah. Describe the difference in the feeling where last year against Troy, you catch the Hail Mary, you're at the center of the celebration. In this situation, Michael Hughes makes the kick, everyone's dogpiling on him. Take us through those 2 different experiences if you can.
Honestly, I felt better that Michael Hughes did it. Honestly, because I like seeing my teammates, do what they got to do to help us win. So it was just all situation. 54 yards is unbelievable. We have faith in him, just like they had faith in me during the Troy situation. So we're just glad we got the win.
Yeah. When he kicked it, did you know it immediately?
I was a little nervous, obviously, just like everybody else. But once I see it go straight up the middle, I knew that he did his job. So
it's a long way. Now you've seen him do that in practice all the time, right?
So
I mean, we knew he had the leg. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you get down 14-0 early in the game, and you catch that first touchdown. How did you guys remain composed getting down by 2 scores early in that game?
Coaches reiterate that we know what we came here to do and just to stay focused on our mission. So when I caught that, I feel like we just got going a little bit. And then when Tyreek Thunderbird got the pick 6, then we really got our gel. We had a good little gel going.
Yeah. I know you guys don't think back to last year much, but we haven't had you on the show since the Hail Mary. How often do people ask you about that? How often do you talk about that?
Maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Even just teammates joking about it, I hear it often, but that's not something I want to be my defining moment at App State. So my defining moment is Sun Belt Championship in the future. So
yeah. Okay. So that was going to be my follow-up question is, as a player, as somebody that's we'll remember here at App State for a while, what do you want your legacy to ultimately be?
Champion. Honestly,
you want to be champion, yeah.
Yes. At the end of the day, I mean, you could have a miraculous play or like a good game, but if you don't have that championship to solidify your season, then was it really worth it?
Yeah. I asked this question to some folks after last season, and I said, you had this unbelievable, we're going to have memories for a lifetime from 2022 in the month of September with A&M and game day and the Hail Mary. But it finished 6-6, and I would imagine from the player's perspective, but correct me if I'm wrong, we would trade everything that happened in that first month for a chance to have a ring at the end of the season, right?
Of course, yes.
All the celebration, the recognition, the notoriety, the national attention. How much do you guys really? I mean, it's nice to have, but I'd be curious to know your mentality and a player's mentality of. It really is just all about getting those championships.
Yeah, honestly, going 6-6 wasn't the goal of the season. So we just try to take the summer and the games to just like get better and cultivate ourselves to be championship contenders. So, I mean, yeah, we had some good memories in September, but like you said, everybody would trade it for a championship because at the end of the day, I mean, you remember the championship before you remember the miraculous play or just the Texas A&M game.
Yeah. Do you have any sort of souvenirs, memorabilia from that moment, pictures, anything that you've got hanging up on your wall, anything like that?
No, I don't have too much of the game because, I mean, that's not my main focus anymore. After the game, that was pretty much it. Now it's just about winning these next games to win a championship.
That's cool, man. I love that approach. So what did you work on? How hard did you work this offseason to make sure that last year did not repeat itself?
As hard as I could, honestly. Try to get my off App State every time I can, just whether it's just me or with other teammates, just trying to bring everybody apart so we know what the mission is and we can be unified as a team.
Yep. Christian Horn is our guest on the show. He's a captain on this year's team. We're going to take one more time out. When we come back, we'll get to more questions for him. If you have one that you'd like to ask Christian Horn, you can submit one on our Facebook live stream. You can use the hashtag Mountaineer Talk on Twitter. Email us mountaineertalk@gmail.com. Text line 828-295-2063. We're live at River Street Ale House. We'll continue with more Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after this.
Folks, this is Felipe, the Insurance Ninja. I'm an app grad and Insurance Ninja Master. If your insurance company can't make a daggum tackle and is fumbling the ball, you need to give me a call. I study my fine arts at the Catawba River Insurance Group, where we specialize in helping customers all over the Carolinas. Whether it's your home, auto, commercial, a rate problem, or one of those tricky claim problems, don't get sacked by your insurance company. Call me today, 828-818-1320, and let the Ninja fight for you.
Mountaineer football continues after these local messages. This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Mountaineer fans, did you know UNC Health Caldwell proudly serves the high country by providing services like women's health, primary and urgent care, cancer care, urology, and more? When you or a loved one receives care at UNC Health Caldwell, count on compassionate, patient-centered care from a skilled team of healthcare providers. For more information on healthcare services from Granite Falls to Blowing Rock, visit www.caldwellmemorial.org.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk from River Street Ale House. Our show presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. And we're visiting with Christian Horn for our final segment. We got a few more minutes here with Christian, but first, hey, we'd like to extend a special thank you to next week's game sponsors for the Coastal Carolina game. That's Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina and First Horizon Bank. Appreciate their sponsorship of the Coastal Carolina game and their continued support of App State Athletics. All right. Christian Horn is our guest. I want to ask you about, I love when we have the captains on the show because I always enjoy hearing their feedback on what being named a captain meant to them. So tell us about how you found out you were going to be a captain and your immediate feelings once you realized that was going to happen this year.
Well, Coach Clark announced it in front of the team, and it was just an honor that the guys even looking at me in that way. So I just try to use every day to just keep showing them why they picked me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, ask Coach Dawsey about the mentality you have to have as a wide receiver. I mean, you got to want the ball every time, but there's so much talent in that wide receiver room. How do you go about your business out there when you want the ball, but you know that it's not always going to come your way? How do you go about your business and trying to exercise patience?
Everything happens for a reason. So even if the situation isn't in your favor at the time, just be patient, because we have a lot of talent in the room, and other skill players, and Nate Noel and Amani Marshall. So we got other people that can handle the job just like I could. So I'm always just looking forward to help my teammate get to the next level.
Yeah. All right, who's got the best hands in the group?
I'm gonna say me.
Okay.
I can't give too much. Anybody
you
too
got
much.
To.
I can't give anybody too much. So.
Okay. Maybe this is a similar question, but most likely to go up and win a 50-50 ball.
I'm gonna say me still. I'm gonna say me. But then obviously we got guys that can do that in Mekhi Jackson and Dalton Stroman. So we got a lot of assets and a lot of people that can do a lot of things for us.
Okay. Fastest receiver.
Me. Yeah. No, we got fast plays in Milan too.
I was gonna say Milan's on that side now. Deshaun, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we got very versatile players in the receiver room. So everybody can do a little bit of everything.
Other than you.
Okay.
Who's got the best hands?
Either Dalton Stroman or Caden Robinson. I'm gonna give it to one of them two.
Okay. Other than you, toughest to cover one-on-one?
Deshaun Davis. Yeah,
Deshaun Davis.
Very twitchy, very quick eye.
Quick movement in tiny spaces.
Yeah, he always gets it done. Ever since I got the app, he's been one of those front runners, whether it was his sophomore, junior, senior. He was always the one-on-one guy that was just beating the DBs. So
yeah. Other than the Hail Mary, favorite moment of your career so far?
Probably UNC last year, just because that was my first touchdown.
Yeah.
Of my whole career here. Yeah. So that was a big moment for me.
Okay. All right. Tell us about this Coastal team. You guys have had some tough battles with this group. You got them 2 years ago, went down there, lost a tight one down there. This game means a lot. How do you put that into words?
Well, talking to the other captains, we just got to take this one game at a time. Coastal, obviously, an opponent that is very dangerous when they want to be. Coming off of 2 losses, they're eager to win. They're hungry to win, but we just got to make sure we do what we were taught to do and just prepare. And these next couple of days, we just got to prepare like we got a game tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to go at it head-to-head, whether I'm in front of Tyreek or is Isaiah Helms in front of somebody. So we're just going to go at it like this our last game.
One other thing that I wanted to ask you about was, there's been some changes in terms of how pass interference is officiated this year. How have you and the receivers adapted to that? Maybe explain kind of what you expect now in terms of, hey, if I'm going one-on-one against a guy in man coverage, these are some different things I might have to expect.
Well, Coach Dawsey always emphasized don't let the ref be the deciding factor. So he just works on strong hands and just trying to break through DB's hands and stuff. So we're not too much worried about the pass interference so much as just getting the job done.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you for having
Christian
me.
Horn, everybody. Our captain from the wide receiver room joining us on the program tonight. He and the Mountaineers will be off on Saturday, but it'll be a Tuesday night game here at the Rock. It's close to a sellout, so if you don't have tickets yet, you better go ahead and get them. And those are the only tickets left for the remainder of the regular season because the Georgia Southern game just sold out on the 25th. So make sure you get tickets to this one if you don't already have them. Thanks to Christian Horn. Thanks to Shawn Clark. Thanks to Lawrence Dawsey for joining us on the program. Reminder, no show next week because of the Tuesday night game. So we'll be back here 2 weeks from tonight for another edition of Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Thank you to everybody for being here at River Street Ale House tonight. Our kickoff next Tuesday is 7:30. We'll be on the air at 5:30 on the Appalachian Sports Network live from Kid Brewer Stadium. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for listening, and go App.
You've been listening to Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge on the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show has been brought to you by the Allen Tate Companies. Allen Tate is your real estate home team and the official realtor of App State Athletics. When you're ready to buy or sell a home in the high country or anywhere in the Carolinas, give Allen Tate a call. Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, the official soft drink of your App State Mountaineers. And by UNC Health Blue Ridge, moving healthcare forward. The of the Appalachian Sports Network.